And we're stoked to be here as well, and thank you, Cody Matechuk, for that very thorough course description out here. Day 3 of 4, X Games Aspen 2019. This is the Wendy Snow BikeCross Final. Look at that lovely aerial shot right there of this Snow BikeCross course carved out of this mountainside by the guys from SPT. And the fans are fired up. Why? Because we are ready to get into our final race. This one's all for the medals, but Cody Matechuk, your defending gold medalist, he was #1 across the finish line in his heat, Chris.
We have a battle of the Titans brewing. Cody Matechuk has been fast all day, #1 in seeding, #1 in his heat. But we also got 2 years ago, 2017 gold winner, Brock Hoyer.
Close friend of Cody as well, and your 2017 gold medalist. He was in Heat 2. He crosses the finish line first to earn his right to be in the final here today.
They may be friends off the track, but I promise you, on the track, this is going to be a battle.
So again, this is the Wendy Snow BikeCross Final. We have cut the field down to 12 riders here. Now in the final, it is 14 laps they're going to have to battle it out here in their quest for gold. As you heard Cody talk about in that course description, once they get the green light, they come out of the straightaway, and what we've seen in these opening heats, it's a hard left turn, and guys have been fighting for real estate to try to get out to an early lead, Chris.
Well, in the heat races, there was a lot less competitors on the starting line, and the starts were absolutely chaotic. This is going to be just silly.
Yeah, and everybody kind of gets stacked up, and they're coming out of that left-hand turn. Jimmy Coleman here alongside Chris Moran, Diana Dahlgren out in the field. We are underway. Who's going to get the whole shot here in the Wendy Snow BikeCross Final? So some tough blocks getting knocked around, some carnage, couple of collisions
looks like
right there.
Axel Hodges was involved in that crash. Brock Hoyer looks like in second. We got Darren Mees at third.
So it's Jesse Kirchmeyer out to an early lead. It's Kirchmeyer, Hoyer, and Mees, your 1, 2, 3 as of right now. However, it is a 14-lap race. It was only 8 laps in the heat races to earn your spot in the final. So there's lots of time to correct as we take a look at the onboard cam with your current leader. That is Jesse Kirchmeyer running plate number 42 and out to an early lead here.
Well, this is going to be really interesting to see. Matechuk and Hoyer both pulling hole shots in their heat races, have not had to deal with the roost. Now we're getting shadows on the track because the sun is going down.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't talked about yet is the changing light conditions out here. When these guys had their heat races to try to get into this final, it was a completely different light condition. Now you've got these shadows, and as the light goes away from those corners, you talked about this earlier, you're going to start to see some icing conditions here in some of these turns. So Kirchmeyer, Hoyer, Mees, your 1, 2, 3. Let's bring in Diana, who's out there in the field. Diana, how's it looking down there so far?
You know, I caught up with these riders before the main event, and a lot of them making changes out of their goggles because the sun is shining on a part of the course, and now it's starting to shade down on a good part of the course. So look for them to be going fast into the corners, and there will be mistakes being made with the light changing.
Thank you, Diana. So Cody was in 5th. He crept up to 4th, and now looking at my monitor, he now slides up to 3rd. So Cody Matechuk now right behind his riding buddy, Brock Hoyer, right there. So your 2017 and your 2018 gold medalists sitting in 2nd and 3rd place as of right now.
The most important thing for Matechuk, he did not get the start he was looking for, but this is a long race. We've got 12 laps to go. He's blistering fast. He needs to take his time and get through these riders cleanly and get his way to the front.
Well, there's a good shot right there in the onboard cam. You can see the shadows coming downhill and going into that left-hand turn. Then you're back into the light, and then it goes back into the shadows as you're creeping uphill. And you, being in this sport for many, many years, racing, freestyle, what is that like with the light conditions and how that changes when you're on a course this size?
Well, for Jesse Kirchmeyer in the front, everything is okay. We're not dealing with roost. You're not having to put your head down when you're close to the competitor in these turns. So I think Jesse's dealing with it okay. But look at Brock, and Brock is closing it in as Matechuk starts to put some pressure on as well.
Yeah, Brock Hoyer with a little over a 1.5-second differential between him and your current leader, Jesse Kirchmeyer. Going back to something that you mentioned earlier about Cody and Brock, those guys have taken the first 2 gold medals that we've ever had since this event has been contested here at X Games. These guys are good friends. They ride a lot of backcountry together and whatnot, but when it comes to X Games, these guys are kind of tight-lipped. They kind of do their own thing. They might trade some paint, rub the bars out here, but after it's all said and done, they'll be back to being friends again, and they actually travel around the world together.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Jesse Kirchmeyer here. This is his first Snow BikeCross Final, and he's leading the field.
And look at the gap now is closing. Brock is catching up to him. It's under a second. It's 0.8 seconds differential between him and Jesse Kirchmeyer. We still have 10 laps to go. Only 4 laps down, 10 to go here in the Wendy's Snow BikeCross Final.
That last lap, Hoyer cut the gap in half, and Matechuk is in tow. These guys are coming to the front.
Well, you've got Kirchmeyer, Hoyer, Matechuk, and Darren Mees was charging there, sitting in fourth. But now Cody Matechuk's put some separation between himself and Darren as well. Looking like he's got a little over 4 seconds differential, trying to hang on to that medal spot here for this final 9 laps.
I think Matechuk's patience is about to leave here. He's about to get aggressive. Going inside.
So you see the shot right there, number 42. That is Jesse Kirchmeyer that is still hanging on to the lead. He got that lead spot out of the whole shot and has hung on to it for the first 6 laps of this race. But look out, look at the grouping that we've got going on right now.
Hoyer down.
No. Hoyer goes down in that turn, and Cody Matechuk overtakes him. The yellow flag comes out. Hoyer recovers quickly, but wow, that was huge.
That corner has been a disastrous corner. It is icy underneath the snow. It looks like we have such an abundance amount of snow here at Aspen, but as the bikes keep progressing through and pushing that snow to the berm, it leaves an icy surface down in the ground. And
Yeah,
Hoyer got bit.
You've got the icy conditions, you've got the ruts, and again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, it's different from this final race compared to the 2 qualifying heats because you've got completely different light conditions from what these guys had earlier on just to get into this 12-rider final.
It seems like that little bobble by Hoyer did hold up Matechuk a little bit. Kirchmeyer has extended his lead just a bit.
Well, to tell the story right now, I mean, even with that bobble, Brock is still in a medal position. He only dropped 1 spot. I talked about that recovery. He popped right back out of that corner, got back on the snow bike, and kept on going. Darren Mees was not able to overtake him, so that is a huge story right here with still 7 laps to go. We're at the halfway point here in the Wendy's Snow BikeCross Final. Can Jesse Kirchmeyer hang on? You said that Cody Matechuk starting to get impatient. Will he be able to get a pass?
He is chipping away at the lead. We're over 2 seconds. Now we're down to 1.8.
Well, now it starts to get dicey because as you're looking at the onboard cam there with Jesse Kirchmeyer, you start to get into lap traffic. You've got those guys that are down there at the bottom of the pack, and those guys, they know the drill when it comes to racing. They'll pull off to the side and let the leaders go by, but it does get dicey, and sometimes you will see those leaders start to get stacked up, and it does get messy when you get into that lap traffic.
Where our front 2 leaders here are just checking out. This is an incredible pace. 14 laps in qualifying. Those were mini sprint races, and to put it all together for 14 laps, again, I'm just super impressed with Kirchmeyer right now.
Yeah, he's out to that early lead, and he's managed to hang on to it. And again, you get out into that lead spot, you don't have to worry about the guys in front of you roosting. You don't worry about the snow shower in the goggles right there. Once you get out to that lead, it comes down to endurance and no slip-ups. The slightest mental error could be enough to give a guy like Cody Matechuk to get the pass and put himself back in a gold medal position. With 5 laps to go, Kirchmeyer, Matechuk, Hoyer. The only change we've really seen thus far in the beginning half of this race is Brock Hoyer gets overtaken by Cody Matechuk and slides to 3rd. However, your prior 2 gold medalists in this event are paving their way to earn another medal. The question is, what color are they going to be in these final 5 laps?
Matechuk is lurching. He's getting super close.
Well, this is where the mental game goes into play. You know Cody's got those veteran skills. What do you think is going through Jesse Kirchmeyer's mind right now? Let's check in one more time with Diana down there in the field.
As I'm watching from the sidelines, what's happening is Kirchmeyer is making a huge mistake when he comes off the giant tabletop on the far side of the course and almost landing flat. It's losing him probably about a half a second. And that's where Matechuk is really gaining some ground on him.
That is a great observation. Thank you, Diana. And look at how close Cody's getting to him right now, trying to take him on that inside line. We've got a battle going on right now between number 111 and 42. Can Cody Matechuk overtake Jason Kirchmeyer? Or Jesse Kirchmeyer?
This corner, this is where Hoyer went down. Matechuk going inside.
Going inside, now taking it outside. Is he going to, and he gets a little
so
slipped up
icy
there. That is almost that exact same icy spot that took down Brock Hoyer earlier on in the race. But still, he's hanging tough here with 3 laps to go. This one's going to be a white knuckle finish here. Cody looking like he got a little caught up with some of the loose sluff right there in that turn. But still, he is not going to concede it. Oh, it takes him on the outside. And Jesse gets a little bunched up right there. Cody Matechuk now in the lead here.
Matechuk systematically has been,
he got a little loose. He got loose twice right there. The back end swabbed out, and then he almost overcorrected on that coming on that downhill line.
He's been picking his places where he's faster. Wow, that corner you can see.
You can see the slide out.
I thought Jesse went down there. And look at Brock Hoyer coming back in.
And again, Brock Hoyer slid out in the middle of this race, and he still managed to stay in the top 3. And now he is charging here on Jesse Kirchmeyer, trying to get into a silver medal position with 2 laps to go. But now, Cody has put some distance between himself and Jesse, and he's just got to hang on for 2 more laps. Can he make it 2 gold medals in a row? Your 2018 gold medalist out in the lead here. He just had to wait throughout most of this race, bided his time, and took Jesse Kirchmeyer on an outside line in a turn.
No room for mistake. 1 lap to go.
The white flag is out right there, so now it's the mental game. You see the separation between him and Jesse. Right now the battle is between Brock Hoyer and Jesse Kirchmeyer for that silver medal position. Darren Mee's not going to be able to catch up to Brock Hoyer.
What a run by Matechuk. Starting back in the pack, not a great start, and just charging through this field. Two turns away.
Just has to hang on right here. Watch out for this corner. Turning left, going uphill. This has been the one that's kind of slipped everybody up. That's the one that did Brock Hoyer in early on. And here comes the checkered flag. And Cody Matechuk is going to make it gold 2 years in a row. But hey, how about Jesse Kirchmeyer right there taking home a silver medal? He was out in the lead for most of this race. He could not stave off Cody Matechuk. And again, I've got to give props to Brock Hoyer. He washes out, gets back up, and still manages to stay in the top 3. And he's going to walk out of here with a bronze today.
What a great race. These competitors were just absolutely flying out there.
Check out that Stetson right there on the headshot for Jesse Kirchmeyer. Silver medal and an awesome headshot right there, Jesse. So you see these guys all bunching up right there. And an awesome race out here this afternoon. Congratulations once again to Cody Matechuk, making it 2 years in a row in Snow BikeCross for a gold medal. Now we send it over to the X Games host set and Jack Matrani.